Welcome back, everybody, to the Nexus, where we spotlight some of our favorite local businesses and tell you about some of our current local deals on Tap on It. Last week, we had Kayla Stock here from K-Stock Design. She told us all about her interior design business, and it was a really fun show where we joked around a little bit. So if you haven't checked it out, you should definitely go back to last week and watch that. We're going to let you know about some of our offers that are expiring on Tap On It. It's kind of a last minute, go out there and redeem them while you still can. So we have Villa Amore, Stir 22, and Patty's Pub. So if you haven't had a chance to redeem those, go out and do that. You have a little bit more time for some of our other sponsors. We have Brown Shoes, Nori Salon, Rock and Joe Coffee, and Juice Stop that are on there. So if you haven't signed up for Tap On It, you can do that with texting Tap On It to 82928 and confirming your zip code. And then you'll only get Lincoln offers, so be sure to confirm with your zip code. But needless to say, it's time to introduce my wonderful guest today. I have Karen Lamb here. She's from LuLu's on N. I like to refer to her as my friend that is a walking saint because she has done so much for homeless and so many people that are, just needing a little bit of help. And I can't wait for her to tell you a little bit about herself and her story. So welcome, Karen.
Well, thanks for having me. This is great.
I'm so glad you could come in today. I love helping share about your business and your nonprofit because it's amazing. You literally are a godsend. So tell us about you first. Tell us where you're from, how you got here, what you're doing.
Well, I am originally from Cairo, Nebraska. It is Cairo, not Cairo. That's how I know.
Like the syrup?
Yes,
Cairo.
Yes,
I did not know that.
That's a true sign that people haven't been there because they'll say, "Oh, Cairo." I said, "No, Cairo."
Well, I have been to Cairo, so I don't think I'd confuse Cairo, Nebraska, but
yeah, you would not. You would not. Although we do have Egyptian street names.
No way.
Yes.
That doesn't help anything.
No. But I am from Cairo. Grew up there. Went to college at Doane. Got a degree. Moved to Lincoln. Got another degree at Southeast because one was not enough.
Right.
So my background is actually in business, but I also have an associate's degree in investment management.
Wow.
Go figure.
I didn't know that. I don't know why we've never gone over this before.
I worked in the securities and insurance industry for about 20 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but always kind of kept my hand in the food business. I mean, I waitressed my way through college, high school, and I managed a restaurant for about 6 months before I couldn't take it anymore. And so I always had cooked and love to cook, love the hospitality aspect of providing food to people.
Yeah.
So,
what sort of food have you always liked to cook? Has it always been like comfort
grandma
food?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, my grandma Sadie taught me how to cook. She taught me how to cook and sew because I think she knew I'd have some trouble finding a husband. Like, the old 60s grandma, right? So,
I was just going to say that. Okay, people don't say that to kids anymore.
Yeah,
but
well, my grandma
they had
said
no
it.
problem telling people that back in the day.
No. So, yeah, I got the extra.
You poor thing. I'm so sorry.
I got the extra help. But that's okay because I could make a pie crust with one hand tied behind my back and maybe one eye closed. So.
Oh, my. And your pie is delicious.
So I gained those skills.
Thank you to
thanks,
Grandma
Sadie. Yes. But so I always kind of had in my mind that it would be fun to have a catering business. And let's see, 1996.
Okay.
I was working at U.S. Bank. Well, first here when they got taken over by U.S. Bank, and we all got let go.
Oh.
And I kind of thought about what I was going to do. Well, I got another job right away at Emeritus. And so that kind of, put the plans still in the back of my mind. Well, then I lost my job at Emeritus 10 years later. Gotcha. And I thought, maybe here's time. So I decided to do two things. One, start a catering business, and two, go into the ministry. Because to me, those were the food and the hospitality is all tied together in my mind.
Well, it sounds to me like God was putting a few roadblocks in your way to get you on the path He wanted you on.
That is for sure. I had felt for a while that maybe it's something I should do, but I had little kids, and I thought I'm not going to disrupt everybody's life and have to travel to seminary.
Right.
So
family comes first.
Right. But the way it worked out, I was able to be at home and do weekend classes.
Cool.
But it took me 12 years, but,
Hey, who's counting?
Right, who's counting? Anyway,
some people go to college for 12 years, and that's full-time. So.
I know, right. So that's kind of how I got to where I am today. Then worked some other jobs, had some family things happen, quit the job, and had an opportunity to go into business with somebody who had a cupcake shop. And then we thought it would be a good idea to open a restaurant. So LuLu's was born.
Crazier things have been done, but it is a little on the crazy side.
It was. So LuLu's was born, and that was 7 years ago.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And so that partner left the business. I had another partner. He left the business. I'm really not that hard to get along with. I don't know. It's just
I think
the
it's
way
the nature of the business. It's long, grueling hours.
It is. And it's people don't understand how hard it is until they're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So when my last partner left, I really had an epiphany, because it's like, do I want to do this by myself? Am I able to do it by myself?
Yeah.
And I honestly heard a voice say, start a nonprofit. I'm like, if anybody's familiar with WKRP in Cincinnati, right? One of the characters heard a voice.
Yeah.
I always say, well, I'm like, Johnny
I actually
Fever.
watched that show growing up. I don't know if you believe me, but I did.
Anyway, so I thought, well, why not? What the heck?
That's amazing.
So that's how the nonprofit side was born, and our nonprofit is Loaves and Fishes. I'm sure anybody that is familiar with Scripture will understand where that comes from.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I just believed that we would always have enough to do what we do.
And like you've told me before, just when you think it is impossible to pay that next bill or your rent or whatever, that money shows up. And so it's working, and you have this faith that's making it happen. So.
Yes. So just for some numbers, last year we gave away 3,996 meals and almost 1,000 bags of groceries.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean,
thank you.
Yes. People say, why do you do it? And my answer is, well, because somebody should, and I could. So I did.
Yeah.
I'm not getting rich, but
nope.
That's not, I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud, but it isn't all about money.
Yeah. I know that about you. You've sacrificed a lot to make this happen.
Well, but we have enough. And I told my husband we're never going to be hungry. We're always going to have food.
True.
As long as we have a restaurant, we're always going to have food.
Yeah. You might not be going out to eat at the fanciest of restaurants.
No.
You might have to cook it yourself.
True.
Yeah. So, okay, tell us a little bit more about how the nonprofit and LuLu's on N collaborate together.
Okay. So LuLu's is a for-profit business, but the profits all go back into the nonprofit. So I have a few employees. Actually, we are a job training site now with DHHS. I have a young woman who is working through the program.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. She's someone that's worked for us before, but she, long journey for her. She was able to get her kids back, so she's getting back on her feet. She's going to be starting school end of August, so we're happy to help her get through, get some training, get some support, and make a good wage while she's doing it, and we get support monetarily from DHHS for
it's a great
giving her a job.
partnership.
Yeah, so hopefully when she moves on, we'll get someone else, because it helps me to have someone there, so I don't have to be there so much. But
right, you can go out and network and tell people about your catering, so that you can in turn make a little money to fund the nonprofit, because you don't turn anybody away, right?
No, we don't. And anybody that's hungry that comes and asks, we try to do what we can. We do meals 3 days a week now at St. Paul's United Methodist Church. They're a good partner for us. They provide a lot of volunteers and a lot of goods. I mean, they're we always laugh about the church ladies, but some of the men bake cookies for us as well.
Oh, cool.
So they provide those home-baked things that we don't have a lot of time to do sometimes. And they also are really good about providing fresh fruits and vegetables, because that's something that we don't get from the food bank very much. And, it's something people need, and it's expensive to buy.
Right.
So
eating healthy is expensive.
Yes. And we give snacks every day. We also understand that people need to eat more than donuts and brownies and cookies. Yeah. Well, those are filling. They're not in the long run. It's not the most healthy choice. So we try, when we do our meals, we have nutritious food as much as we can with what we get.
And delicious. Your food's delicious.
We hope. We hope. So 3 days a week, there's a meal. And then on Wednesdays, we also have groceries. So they can come and go shopping, basically. And they can pick what they want. We also have hygiene products available. And on Tuesdays, people can take a shower for free. That's something something that's in short supply. You can go to Matt Talbot, but you have to get there. Yep. And I think the F Street Rec Center provides showers, but you have to pay. Oh. So it was something that was a need, and we got a small grant to fund to have a staff person at the church, cleaning up, just being there. Right. Because you have to have someone there. Right. And to provide soap and towels and all of that. And then we try to obviously have clean clothes, because it doesn't do much good to take a shower if you have to put your dirty clothes back on. So we're working on getting a better supply of clothes so that people can have a change of clothes.
So would you say that that's something that you could take as donations from people?
Yes.
Or where would our viewers go to donate clothes or groceries?
Just to LuLu's, 1417N. Okay. We're there Monday through Friday. 9 to 3 are our summer hours. That'll be probably through the end of October, depending on our good Nebraska weather,
I know, it's so cooperative.
So, but people can drop off donations. We're glad to take things like shampoo, soap, deodorant is a big, we can't keep enough deodorant. I mean, we're glad people are asking for it. Right. But that's one thing that goes fast. Toothbrush, toothpaste, things like that.
So when we're out at Costco and we see the giant pack and we have few extra dollars, we can buy a giant pack of deodorant and bring it. That would be super helpful.
That would be great. It would be.
Good.
And also, people don't think about it as much, but like packs of underwear and socks.
I was going to say socks. Yeah, I think that I've heard that at schools.
We go through an amazing amount of socks, because if people don't have access to laundry, which is another thing that we're able to do now with the grant we got, we're providing laundry at Soap, the downtown laundromat.
Really?
Yes. So we're doing that as well, for as long as we have the money to do it.
That's so cool. So if they came to LuLu's and they asked about it, they could find out how to do that?
Yes.
That's so cool. So if there's anyone out there that knows of a family that's kind of run into a rough patch and they need a little bit of assistance, you provide so many things now. Not only is it food and groceries, it's clean living and clean clothes. So...
Well, we're trying to care for the whole person. Yeah. Because hunger is the immediate need. But then what are the underlying needs? And not only that, but we work behind the scenes on the issues that are causing people to be in poverty. Mm-hmm. So we really are about the whole spectrum.
So what are you seeing to be some of the major causes? I think the thing that people talk about the most is mental illness. Is that something that you encounter a lot?
Yes, and addictions.
Okay.
And the other big thing is affordable housing, the lack of affordable housing here in Lincoln.
Yeah, so that's getting out of control right now, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we advocate, we talk before the city council, we do what we can.
That's amazing. That's so cool. So do you partner with any of the other homeless shelters or food donating places in town, or are you kind of independent of that?
We are, but we're not. I mean, we work with Centerpoint. We refer a lot of people to Centerpoint, and they will come to us and ask questions about individuals that they know we've had contact with, that they're trying to help. The City Mission once in a while will work with their outreach people. Sometimes Matt Talbot. It just depends. We're open to it. We're just the little guy.
Yeah.
But
you're doing what you can. You're doing a lot for being.
We really
the little
do.
guy.
When I talk with somebody like you and we list out the things, it's like, wow, we really do a lot.
From when I first met you to now, I mean, you've added a lot. I mean, 3 things in addition to just giving out meals. So I think you're really reading the community and seeing what is needed, and you're adapting, and you're, trying to keep everybody happy, which has been kind of a difficult thing to do.
It's not always easy.
Yeah. So
but we're trying to fill in.
It's not like you're finding a roadblock and then just being like, well, I tried. It was fun. And now, nope, I don't want to help. You just find a way. And I think that's the thing that inspires me the most about what you're doing.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. We try. We're really trying to fill in the cracks that exist. We're not trying to reinvent.
Because sometimes there's the limiting barriers, like you have to qualify for certain things. Right. And so there are limiting ways that some organizations maybe aren't able to help everybody. So then there are some people that are just on the peripheral. They're still needing help, but they don't know where to go.
Right. Or even just the simple fact of if somebody doesn't have an ID, can keep them from services. And
you're not asking for ID.
No.
Or your sad story or anything. If you're hungry, you're hungry.
Yep. Come get some food.
That's cool. How else can the viewers help you? I would say one thing would be if they're looking for a catering event, if they have any events coming up and need to provide food for friends, family, a small event, large-scale events would be amazing. So catering, number one. So what would you say some of your most popular catering events and then types of food that people kind of keep coming back for so that people can have an idea?
Really, our home cooking. I mean, comfort food is our thing. So mac and cheese, roasted meats, just what you would think of grandma used.
Like meatloaf is on the menu.
Pot roast, lasagna, just good hearty food, but we can make it healthier. So we do vegetarian or vegan cooking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You also have vegan options. That's right.
Yes, we do. So, and we can work with dietary constraints, gluten-free, dairy-free. We can try to make our menu fit your needs.
Right. And I think your prices are right. They're very affordable. They're very fair. And considering everything, when you're buying food at LuLu's, all of the profit is then being turned around and put back into the community. So you can really feel good about that. Maybe it's kind of like a splurge that you're not cooking for the family or the bigger event, and you can kind of feel good about it at the same time that that's going to a good cause. So it's very cool. I love that.
Yeah, literally every meal that's purchased provides a meal for someone else. So
so all you Tom's shoes wearers out there,
there you go.
Why don't you go buy your Tom's shoes at Brown's with your tap on it, and then also go buy some food at LuLu's. Whether it's just if you're downtown, you can walk up during 9 to 3 for just feeding your family in the summer. If you're out for a like a fun afternoon or whatever, or if you're looking for catering.
Yes.
And then also with donations of box food, canned food.
Cash is always good.
Oh, yeah. Cash is king. Cash is king.
Yeah.
We all know that.
Yes.
Okay. Are there any special events? I think you also will do sort of like a food truck experience for people
Right.
if they need somebody to come out and have food available for like a community, like a neighborhood.
We'll do a pop-up. We don't have a truck, but we have a setup with a tent, and we can feed up to about 150 people.
Oh, wow. That's perfect. And then obviously weddings and
Yes.
special events.
Yep. Our limit
anniversaries.
is about 250.
Okay.
That's what we can comfortably do. That's what we know
Okay.
we can provide a good experience for that many.
Okay. Any events up to 250 people, call Karen at LuLu's on N. Anything else that our viewers should know?
Just, support us if you would like to. If you're looking for a way you can help, but you don't know what to do, buy food at LuLu's. That's it. You've taken care of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you can feel good doing it. So I really encourage you all to go try the food at LuLu's. You will not be disappointed. Definitely, if you're looking for a pie for like this weekend, I mean, I don't know, can they still get a pie for 4th of July?
Maybe.
It'll be tough. Okay, next weekend. Next week. Everyone's going to barbecues all summer, so take a pie next weekend. So, well, thank you so much, Karen, for being on the show
Thank
today. We really do appreciate what you're doing for Lincoln, and let us know if there's anything we can do to help spread the word.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend. Happy 4th of July.